webinar on the North Ethnic Schools on Noodle tools. I'm here with Lori Walton, who's our library media specialist at the middle school. I'm Dan Downs, Director of Digital Learning here in North Wing. I am now going to turn over the presentation over to Lori, who will go over. So Lori will go over the process of logging in and creating an account with Noodle tools.
To log in, it's a really simple process. On the students' Chromebook accounts, there's a Noodle tools from Clever. For teachers or students who are home without Chromebooks, they could go to www.noodletools.com and see the screen that's on my laptop right now. And top right, you click Login. Underneath Access via G Suite, student teacher would enter their school email address. So I'm going to enter the student list that I created for this webinar. And then I'll click Sign In with Google. And that you'll see will actually be this one here. You would click to create an account. You check off this box here, and then you'd click Submit. The new login process is just whether you are a student or a teacher. Submit. You will be able to choose the school. Go to Reading Middle School. Your expected year graduation if you're a student. If your teacher screen won't show up. I'll be an 8th grader, or a 7th grader actually, graduating in 2023. And then save profile. And that's it. And then anytime a student or teacher wants to log in the future, they just enter their address and it brings them right to the screen.
Sure. View. Oh, no.
This is actually the student view.
This is the student view.
I'm going at different points with teacher count to see certain aspects, but right now this is what students would see.
Okay, so this is, okay, great.
And to create a new project, what a student would do is they would click on New Project in the rectangle on the top left.
So you would ask them to create a project potentially?
Right, exactly. And I can get to teacher view. Really, the teacher would set up a project inbox first before giving the assignment, and then students would be able to choose the project inbox.
Great.
So to do that, I'll do how students would share their work with teachers.
Okay.
Screen again. This time I'm going to sign in as a teacher. So if you see, teachers have a tab that says Inboxes. Students have that. So a teacher would click the Inboxes tab and select New Project Inbox and create the inbox. So I'm just going to call mine Example Project Webinar. instructional recipients, if a teacher's co-teaching and working with the library media specialist or another teacher, and want to be able to have both teachers view the student's work, you can enter another teacher's email address here.
Okay.
This underneath description URL, this is where you can share links. So if you want your class to have a link to the assignment sheet or the calendar of due dates or the resource page creating the library website for your project, you could.
Nice little extra right there when you're sharing.
I'm going to add the middle school library resource page for the Walton-Library project as a link.
Okay.
And now I have a project created. Now what I do I would create a project inbox for every class I have. So I might call mine, example project webinar, and then another one, example project webinar B block, so that I have a different inbox for every class.
Great.
And I'm going to log out because I want to know what the student would share and would access this.
Okay.
I'll sign out of the teacher account. We're getting ready now, so now we're going to log in as a student.
We're mastering moving in and out of Noodle tools.
Mm-hmm.
This is a really great tool, though. It's great to see how teachers can create projects and students can work right within Noodle tools.
All right, the teacher set up their project inbox, and now the teacher has all their students logging into their Chromebooks, and it tells the students to click in the top left under New Project. So all the students click New Project, and this project that we're doing as an example is the Walton-Library project. So the students would give the project title the name Walton-Library project. Animation style, in middle school, all is MLA, so students would MLA for citation style.
Do you tell us a little bit about the citation level?
Yes, citation level, what that means, a level gives you fewer choices for citations. Advanced really is college level, maybe upper high school. Most of our 6th and 7th will use the starter level. 8th grade classes may move into junior level. To give an example of what the difference is, used to cite a print source like a book. Under level, you have 3 choices for a print source. One would be a book, one would be a magazine, and one would be a reference source. Under the you would have 11 options to choose from, including news.
Okay. So it allows you to tier the level of options for a student with a selection of sources for a citation.
Right, and the other level really has most of the sources that students would be citing for their classes without being too overwhelming. So to have in there, but teachers can base it on whichever level their class that particular year. You can even change your mind. I'll show you how you can change back and forth between different levels, so teacher experiment and see which one would work best for them.
Great.
So this Walton-Library project is for the 7th grade. Click submit. At the top, there are different tabs. We created the Project Egyptian Pharaohs dashboard tab. And later, students can develop a research question, a thesis, hypothesis, that the students are going to share with their teacher. The middle blue box there that says share with the project inbox. Tell the students the name of the project inbox.
So that teacher is getting specifically named projects.
Correct. So my example project webinar, and when I'm typing it in, anything close to that title pops up. So the teachers make sure that the students know to select the correct one, like the one for maybe A block or B block or C block. Mine is example project webinar. The student's name would up. Mine just says student C because this is an example.
Okay.
But the student's name would pop up underneath.
And the
two winners for the raffle for today's food drive. The two winners are Brianna Saunders and Jenna Barrows. Please come down to the main office to collect your prize. And for the food drive, so far in the lead are Mr. Dexter's Power Block and Mr. Emerton's. Thank everyone for contributing to the food drive so far, and continue the job. Thank you.
Teachers want to make sure students check off share link to Google Docs. It's a way to for you to create a paper that's connected from tools to their Google Drive. So they would check shared links Google Docs. It's done.
Student collaboration means that two students can work on a paper together?
Yes, it does.
Great. So that's just a matter of adding the student like another Gmail, right?
Right, adding another student Gmail address right there.
Great. That's a pretty cool feature too for group projects.
And now that the student has shared with their teacher, with the project inbox, we refresh the page. You'll see the link that the teacher shared is now up there, the NRS Library resource page for the Egyptian Pharaoh project. So now students have easy access to the source page and any other links that the teacher decides to share later.
And I think there's a log of work available under the project of the history, able to actually track when students are working on their project.
Yes, so teachers will know if a student has waited to the last minute.
Time they've been able to dedicate in class to it.
Right. And if any of the links too, live links, so a student to the library website with all sources for their project, all the ebooks, DASes, print books, and websites for the project.
Great, really great. So you how to cite sources or how to go into starting the paper?
I found the sources.
Okay.
So, of course, and I think teachers appreciate this even more than students because of how time-consuming it used to be in the olden days to cite. But the cite sources are great. It saves a lot of time. At the top, after the dashboard tab, sources. So I'm going to click on the sources tab. And I'm going to citation. And cite few different sources, because it's slightly different for each one, but it's really simple for each one, as long as what to do. I'm going to first show how to cite, the easiest way to cite a book, which would be to use print in hand, a book that's a print or in hand source. And just said at the starter level, there's 3 choices: book, magazine, reference source. Choose book. And I can cite a book by providing the ISBN number. The ISBN number for the book is the back of the book, right above the barcode. 978-162-403-537-1. Or if it's listed there, you find it is the backside cover page. Right, ISBN.
Great. Be a small part of the lesson as well in terms of sources and having students identify the ISBN and adding them to their repository for their research paper and their bibliographies, and that's very simple. Traditional textbooks, text sources into digital citations.
Once the ISBN number, they just search. But you have to make sure it correctly. So let's see. I entered it. 78162 35371. Right. There we go. We're to the wrong one, either Matthew or the wrong book. So now I click search, you can check.
There we go.
The correct book. So this is the information here. In my book, is Egypt. So I'm going to check and make sure that the title, the author, is correct, and here location, sure, and the publication date. So that's which it is. I'm going to hit and choose to import the source right here. And it's for me, all the fields are filled in, so I click continue. And then submit. And citation. It's all from having the ISBN number.
So what are some of the options with that citation? Quickly on the right side, it says some options. What when you see the options for a citation?
So under options, you can edit it. So if I made a typo, if I spelled something incorrectly, I can go in it and I'll get the builds again to fix any errors. You also receive help on in-text citations, which is great, because for the Egypt project and the human rights projects, we use in-text citations. So let's see, right here, in-text reference.
Okay. Great. Do you want to do another citation, and then we can move into the digital notes?
Yes. Let's see. Citation. This one's great for database, especially citing a Gale database. What you do, here's the Gale database about Hatshepsut, and this is a biography and context database. When I open Hatshepsut, I write the citation tools. So when I tools, I can export to Noodle tools.
Oh, that's great.
So I select Noodle tools, I click export, make sure it's correct. And then I can select the right project. So I want to, if I have more than one project that I'm working on with different teachers, I want to make sure this source goes to the project. Select the Egyptian Pharaoh project and click references.
That's a really great feature. I mean, it gives the ability to actually.
Sorry, I don't know that.
My wonderful Alexa is that resource to find those Gale resources and bring them in to your tools is very handy, especially if you want them to be able to use digital sources with you have all the tools here for a completely digital research project.
In order for it to show up, we just have to click refresh. So I'm going to refresh, and there it is. It exported the citation directly from the database. Now, some of the databases do not have that option. The Gale databases, history and context, biography and context, you can export directly to Noodle tools. If it does, for example, the Britannica Encyclopedia database, one is still very simple. You would just go to the citation tool at the top here, and the citations in MLA format. So you would copy it, and then you'd click New Citation, select Original Database, click Copy and paste the citation, and paste right into the box. Submit.
Pretty cool. That's great.
I'm going to show also an ebook. It's the same, but I know for a lot of projects we're using a lot of books. So if I were to cite, let's see. There we go. Resource page for the Egyptian Pharaoh project, and I'm going to cite the ebook Discovering Ancient Egypt. But that's okay. Start from
Okay.
the point of ebook.
Well, I'll say so. On what was the first one we did?
A print source, a book.
We did a print source. What was the second one?
Then we did a Gale database where we
A Gale database, and then now we're going to do an ebook.
And another database where we copied and pasted the citation, and now we can do an ebook.
Okay, great.
So to cite an ebook, we would click Create Citation, and we click the tab for File App Ebook. And then various ebooks have the citations just provided for you, just like the databases. We can click Copy and paste the citation and paste to the box below.
So you can copy and paste from the library's ebook citation right into here.
Right.
That's really easy.
Last citation to show you is how a student would cite a website. So create new citation, select page, and if I'm citing this website here, just fill in the blanks. It's asking for URL. Copy the URL, put it in the field for the URL. Next, it asks for the publication, so that would be, it was last updated February 17th, 2011. the date of access, that would be today, so I can just click today. Contributor, so we want to know the author of the site, the author of the article anyway, is John Ray. So the information is usually either at the top of the web article or the bottom. So Ray, done, it just wants to know the article and the website title. So the article is Ramses the Great. And the website title would be BBC. And after filling out these forms, you'll see there's a little pop-up box that gives them a hint and lets them know what they should be filling in each field. If I click on publisher of the site, it says to leave this field blank if the publisher name is the same as the site name. And in this case, it is. It's the BBC, and that's the name of the website. So they keep that one blank. Then click submit.
Because nothing's worse than having something written there twice when it shouldn't be, and then adding a citation that was created with a tool. Review of the citations.
For citations. And they can even now click on this tool for analysis to see how you're doing. Okay, is it a balance of print and online sources? What types did they use? And were they, if it's for where currently isn't, you want more up-to-date things, you can see when things were published.
That's great. That's very handy. Well, if you want them to have a project that is only current, or maybe you're examining resources of a specific time, that's a great feature.
You can see the primary sources if it's a historical topic, when sources were from, if they were from the time period too.
So let's get a quick look at digital notes. So how is a student taking digital notes within the Noodle Tools platform?
Sure. I'm just going to quick show you when they're all done citing sources.
Okay.
They can print export and either export it to Google Docs or export to Word. And magic really happens because citations are put in alphabetical order for them. With work at the top, it's all formatted. So there are 4 sources that we've done.
Yeah, we showed that to some teachers today, and they were pretty amazed at easily you can kind of, your citations on a silver platter, So, but there's work in going in and creating them. So, great as well.
And you write digital notes, right?
Yes. Yep.
So at the top, next to sources, you click the Note Cards tab. Here you can click New, New Note Card. And what's great with Note Card is you can see there's a section for direct quotations, a section for paraphrasing, and a section for original thinking and own ideas and thoughts. Students are less likely to plagiarize because